Beautiful landscape, beautiful culture, a beautiful language that lives here. I think regardless of what you know or don't know about the language or the culture of Hawaii, a lot of these names are names of people, they're names of chiefs, but also names of the land. So we show respect to all those things when we make attempts and make efforts to pronounce them the way that they're meant to be through the lens of the Hawaiian language. Okay, we're about to go right into Kaneohe, and thought this would be a nice place to shoot. This one, you hear it mispronounced in a lot of different ways. Hey, take it easy. The most common one I think is Kaneohe. So the letter E, they pronounce it as that, I don't know, a Y sound or IE or whatever you want to pick in English. There's a lot of ways to spell that sound. Okay, may ni kera moa. Very good. Kuri kuri. So let's focus on, I guess we'll try to break it down, yeah? The A sound, ka, ne, which is the E sounds, ka ne. So it's not Kani, like the name Kani, but Kane, Kane. Ohe, when you see that E again at the end, it should sound like the first E, Kane, Ohe. And I'm overemphasizing, but Kane, Ohe is the way that you want to do that. The other tricky part that a lot of people struggle with is the O, and I've talked about this in other videos, but the O in English, a lot of the times there's like a W sound, also known as a W glide, where in the word go, as soon as your mouth starts to come to a close, you get that kind of W sound, yeah, go. You don't want to make that W sound in Hawaiian, so you don't want to say Kaneohe, but Kaneohe. So the O goes right into the Ohe, like that. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that made sense. We got interrupted a couple times from this chicken over here. In Hawaiian, we call this moa kane. Moa, chicken, kane, because the mama's a rooster. And his two friends over there, moa wahine. So this guy living the life. O kamoa. O kamoa. Chicken crows. What I said earlier, ke o meini, yeah? Ke o meini ke la moa, I think I said. Ke o meini ke la moa. Oh, this chicken stick crowing. About a man like raise his voice, interrupt the video. So if you like being in the video, we're gonna shoot him. Welcome to Kaneohe. This one is Haiku. Haiku, often mispronounced as Haiku. Obviously just because the spelling is the exact same. From what I've been told from the locals who know this land better than me, is it's pertaining to a ridge that has a break in it. Because haiku is a break, or a complete break, or an abrupt break based off of that ridge, is what I've been told, is why they call it haiku. Okay, we didn't plan for this, but as we were driving, we saw 3 different signs with haiku, and the spelling is all different. So we thought, oh, this is something good to talk about. As far as the spelling goes, all 3 are different. So, for those of you who've been watching me for a while, the first one is the one that I prefer. That's the way that my kupuna wrote. That's how all Hawaiians, all the kupuna wrote before. So it's just H-A-I-K-U. That's it. But as you've seen now, there's this spelling here, H-A-Okina-I-K-U with an Okina. The other one I wasn't expecting though, because that one added a kahako over the first A. So I was like, well, we gotta jump out, we gotta talk a little bit more about this one. Maybe we can get down to what happened and how come get 3 different ones. But yeah, I prefer the old one. So for me, write them that way, H-I-K-U, Is that right? H-A-I-K-U. And we say it, although we spell it that way, we say haiku. Lastly, before we go to the next spot, it's just interesting to think that we have the original spelling and then there's two new spellings on two different signs. And how much help is that giving to people when it comes to pronouncing this name? Because most people I hear still today say haiku instead of haiku. So again, just referencing back to our native speaking population, it's far more easy, I think, if we just listen to how they say it and pattern after that. How we write it, I think, secondary.
Aloha no ke kai hoa aloha no ko koke I ke Ewahi aka alio I hele mani ini mamu aka nani no I ke ia o kualoa ma oala I ke no pa o aka marun o kera wa ama o ai no kai kanaka marun.
This is a good spot. We get a 2-for-1 special. We have the short one, Heeia and Kamehameha. We talk about Heeia first. It's a pretty solid rule. If you get two of the same vowels in Hawaiian, you'll hear a guttural break. Heeia, Heeia. To be honest, I don't hear a lot of people struggle too much with this one. It might just be that the two E's become one. But in faster speech, as far as spoken Hawaiian goes, sometimes it's hard to hear that and sometimes it sounds like it's one. But I think for the most part, people say that one pretty well. The Kamehameha one is the tough one though. Kamehameha, the H I think really trips people up. People get a hard time with the H. Like the base word maybe you could say is meha, meha. And then it's just duplicated. You just have it 2 times. So meha. If you practice meha, 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 and then speed it up, meha, meha. And then you just throw ka in front of it, Kamehameha. You'll have to kind of over-announce, I'm kind of like exaggerating it a little bit to help with people so that they can actually hear it. But yeah, in speech, Kamehameha is probably more so how you hear it, but Kamehameha, you just gotta say it 1,000 times over. Record your voice, see how you sound, make some adjustments, and it'll come. I don't know, I've just never been on the bridge, to be honest. I just passed by. That's what a shot though. Napali hauriuri o ke ko'olau. Sometimes referred to as napali, sometimes napuhiwi. Before we came over, I talked to my friend. He's a teacher, Hawaiian teacher too. And I was like, what other words I should do while I'm in there? He said, Likelike. So we're doing that one today. A lot of people, I think we used to make jokes growing up. We would say, oh, you're going on the Likelike highway? Just like tease each other and things like that. I think what's confusing when it comes to like the English language is all these letters represent certain sounds in English. I mean, it's spelled the same as like, so it can throw people off. This one is like Kamehameha in that it's just reduplicated. So like is kind of the root or the base word you might say, and we just do them twice. Like. The I is pronounced like a E, li. I think the A, a lot of people make this A sound. So they see, if they try to attempt it and they don't have that much familiarity, they say like like, like. So you don't want to do that. It's not K-A-Y, just E, like. Likelike. Like Kamehameha, is named after a chief. This one too, a chiefess. But there's people that know the history of Likelike better than me. Maybe you guys can leave comments below. But I mean, every time you come up this road, you're going up Likelike. It's just always kind of breathtaking. Almost always get clouds or mist. It's such a distinct feature for ko'olau poko, but the ko'olau in general. Yeah, we covered a lot of different names today. We could have did others, could have did, oh, you go ahead, you get a phone call coming, bro. You're fired. But we did a lot of names. We could have did a lot of different names. People are gonna have, different names and words that they're gonna wish we did, but those are some of the main ones I wanted to cover. But it's all the same in that it's all vowel heavy. A, E, I, O, U. And if you can master that and then, practice it, it comes easy, especially if you grow up here. It's just a slight change here and there. Because I do these videos and I've been doing them longer on Instagram and TikTok, sometimes people think that I go around trying to correct people, but really it's just to share what I've been privileged to learn. So when I started learning the language, when I was a kid on Kauai, everybody said, Kauai? Kauai, that's why. As soon as I heard Kauai, I said, oh shoot. And then I just took a moment to think about it of, am I gonna make that change? I don't know. And what are people gonna think or say when I change it, And I don't go around correcting people. I don't go around spreading my opinion to uncle, auntie, grandma when we go eat dinner. But my family, we just say them the way that we've learned it now, the way it's supposed to be. Some of them change all by themselves. Others don't hear it at all, or they think we say them funny. But at the end of the day, people get a choice to make. So we share them. This is what I know from what the kupuna would say and how they would do them. But at the end of the day, your choice. And I'd much rather show respect to my kupuna, my blood-related kupuna, and those on all the islands. Pronunciation's at the surface level, I guess, of the language, but it's a start. Typically, I do just a little bit and sometimes a lot of research when I make these videos. And when I was looking up more about the Kamehameha Highway, there was an article that I found. This is in our Hawaiian language newspapers, 1920. The newspaper is Kanupepaku Okoa. I won't read the whole thing, but I thought it was interesting enough. So you get to hear a little bit more Hawaiian, and then I'll talk about it just a little bit. O kaluna kia e pacheko ka mea nana iho o kamoa e I ka orero ho'olo. E apono ana I ke kapa anaku I ke alanui holopuni. O ke alanui Kamehameha, a wahi ana, a ore he ino I oia e ke kupono. E riki me ka ino o Kamehameha. No ka mea o Kamehameha ka mo I mua loa nana I ho'ohui a Hawaii nei a riro I ho'okahi. A o Kamehameha no I ka mo I ke ka ho'okahi. I ike ia ma kona mo orero. To summarize it, it's about the naming of the Kamehameha Highway that you'll see, and the word that I found interesting is holopuni. So it describes the road of being kind of like circular to some extent, a road that, goes around about. I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. But it also says that there's no name that's better fitting than Kamehameha because he's the one who united Hawaii, united the islands, made us all one. And anyways, that's just a little bit of information about the Kamehameha Highway. So I thought that'd be interesting. Hopefully you guys thought so as well.